Okay, overall, guys, this is really good, and one of the things I appreciate the most is how easily here I can navigate and see everybody that's in your group, and so it's made it easy for me to see, which students have not done any work at all. So that's going to make it easier for me to assign points. So let me go quickly here. I have not read your content for accuracy. I'm just looking at the design. And I really like this. I'm assuming like this is a page, and maybe this is a page here. I'm not so sure about these advertisements here, but that's kind of cool because, that's what you're going to see in a magazine, right? So, and I thought they're very appropriate. I do like this kind of stuff, nice big images that really focus in on the three aspects. Now, I haven't graded it, to go through this and say, hey, did they really address each of these? So this is what you want to make sure you do before you submit this. And the submission's due November 25th, but you do have until December the 1st. So when the Dropbox closes December 1, that's it. I'm not taking anything. You're not emailing it to me. There's no exceptions. It must be turned in no later than the 1st before the Dropbox closes. So check the Dropbox and be sure. Okay, so this is good. So I'm assuming this is work you still have to do here on the biomechanical factors. Okay, so really good. I love this big picture here. So I don't know if these are to be clicked and it's supposed to take me here, but it's not working. If these aren't going to work, I just recommend that maybe you just link them, that you just make them, post them here and not try to link them. But this is all good stuff. I like these designs. Again, I haven't read this much. I do like all these images. Great use of an example so many people can relate to. These images here aren't going to work if they can't be bigger, so I'm sure they're fantastic. Remember, every image has to be cited, so right under here I would put image credit and put a bit.ly, small or tiny URL. And this right here seems like it's kind of out of position, right? Maybe it should be centered, but I know you're probably not finished with this page yet. I don't recommend that you use bullet points if you're going to turn around and center this. I do think centering it's a good idea as it highlights like key stuff, but I would remove the bullet points if it were me, and I just increase the font on this. Love that you give a couple of recipes here. That's fantastic. And I like this, but it's too fuzzy wuzzy. Alright, so if you're going to use this, then you really need to seek out an image that is the right size so it doesn't get all pixelated. And this is good. I like that you're sharing this, but give us a little more information there. Alright, and so Maya, looks like you've only gotten one thing done, so you're not going to earn full credit, but you need to get on it. And then Kayla, I really like this information. It gets a little hard to read here when you start looking at this gray. So I want you to kind of work with some of this in terms of how it looks. Like there's not enough spacing here. Why is it this size here, that size there? If you're listing it, they should all kind of be the same. So go back and work a little bit on that. While I think this is really cool, I also think that you're going to have to break this up some. Feels like it's all smushed in. But that's kind of cool because sometimes that's how magazines do, and I like how you've used, these bold fonts. I don't know if they should all be the same size or not. That's part of your creative design, which I'm cool with. And so I like this, but then I'm wondering if some of this needs to be a little bigger. That's just for you. That's for you to decide. It does seem a little bit of cognitive overload. And are you really representing, like you're going into what to do, how much, that kind of stuff. But at the same time, I really like it. Now when you get here, you're going to have to probably, starting like here, You're probably going to have to start changing your font. This is really hard to see. This font is really easy. So this color is really easy. So because you're transitioning from that white background or that lighter background, so I don't know, play with this because you want it to stand out. But all in all, I like it. It's a little quirky, but I like it. It's very magazine-ish, if you will. And then there appears to be nothing for Kennedy or Naya. And this is a perfect way to handle it. See, you don't have to stress over what they're doing or not doing. You've just made it easy for me to know who's done what. And then here, for your references, you could just list everything. So like you guys have been posting, like each of these images, like right underneath, you need to have an image credit. For every single image that you use, you have to have an image credit, okay? And so like maybe over here, you put a small image credit here. Use a bit.ly or a tiny URL, okay? Make sure that you're explaining images and that they totally tie into your content, which I haven't read, so I'm not giving feedback on that per se, just kind of a heads up. But all in all, I'm really proud of this group, and it's going to be really easy for me to go in and give those of you who have been working your credit, and those who haven't, make sure that you don't get free credit you don't deserve. Okay, so it's due the 25th, which is Sunday, but remember you have until December 1st when the Dropbox closes. Just be sure that you do go in and double check the Dropbox. Let's actually take a real quick peek here. So many things going on, I want to make sure that I don't tell y'all wrong. So final, let's see, final project. All right, let's see how I have this set up. Well, that's not the right button. See what I'm saying? It's so clunky to move in here. Final project. I think under the restrictions. Okay, I have it set to, I'm going to change this. I'm going to give y'all until December 1st. Okay, so this Dropbox will lock at 11:59 on December the 1st. So that gives you just a little more time there. Okay. All right, you guys, like what I see so far. Keep up the great work.